Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. Chris Colbert, if you didn't know, he had a fight coming up this weekend. He is fighting a replacement fight uh, after Roger Gutierrez dropped out with COVID. All right, so he's supposed to be fighting for a 130-pound Super WBA title Saturday on Showtime, but Roger Gutierrez got sick, and now he loses his title shot. Now it becomes a title eliminator. They fighting at the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas versus Hector Luis Garcia. All right, he's from Dominican Republic. He's 14-0, no draws, 10 KOs. I ain't gonna lie, it's the first time looking at this new opponent. Like I said, I've noticed anybody on this resume. Once again, this looks like it's going to be another tune-up. Now, his original opponent, which I hope they rescheduled it. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. His original opponent was Roger Gutierrez. I think he is identified as the real WBA champion, Super WBA champion. He 26-3-1, 20 KOs. He been stopped twice. He fought Rene Alvarado twice. Looked like one of them. First one was debatable. He's been stopped by Oscar Durat, Hector Tenaya, He fought he just fought somebody not too long ago. Yeah, he got knocked out by William Zepeda on that Javier Fortuna. I think it was a Joseph Diaz card. Got stopped by Rene Alvarado. So he fought Rene Alvarado 3 times, bro. So, I mean, he probably was going to lose. Let's see who he with. Like he with Oscar De La Hoya, bro. So yeah, like he might be with Oscar De La Hoya. I'm looking at another fight. So yeah, he might be a free agent. I don't know, right? But that's just what it was right there. So apparently Chris Colbert says that I don't care. I don't fight for belts. I fight for money and legacy, okay? And one person can say, well, he's just saying that because he ain't going to get an opportunity to fight for a belt on Saturday. That could be the case, but like I said, it is what it is. It is a letdown. When you going somewhere and when you going somewhere, you think you about to fight for your first world title and it don't happen. That got to it got to be a letdown. I know he got to feel some type of way, but now he's saying the belt don't matter. But that's your first world title. That got to mean something. You know what I'm saying? Your first world title got to mean something. But he says that it was UFC's 268 fight week last November. The promotion president Dana White was in Brooklyn's New York City's Cops and Kids Boston Club to visit the young people who were finding their escape in sweet science. One of those young people stood up amongst the rest, not just because of his stature in the world of pro boxing, but because of the black cowboy hat. He had stars carry themselves a different way. If you didn't know, it's by his perfect 16-0 record. You could tell Chris Colbert had the it factor. But the 25-year-old wasn't surrounded by an entourage trying to battle white UFC middleweight contender Yuri Hall for attention. He was one of the people in his backyard. Another reason to think that sometime soon the rest of the world would know who Colbert is. So this is why this article is by Thomas Garcia, or I'm butcher your name. As for the fighters, he's impatient for the day to come. He said, quote, "That is what I've been waiting for. There's no better time than not right now. This is my time. I'm going to dominate this fight." The quote, "This fight was supposed to pick Colbert, a former interim WBA junior lightweight champion, against Ronte Gutierrez for the real WBA, but COVID-19 scrapped the contest, prompting former Dominican Olympian Hector Luis Garcia to step in Saturday about Las Vegas. The winner gets Gutierrez next. You know who Colbert believes that will be, even if he's not too concerned that the belt isn't on the line this weekend." He said, quote, "I don't fight for belts," he said. "I fight for the money and the legacy. I still have a job to do next Saturday. I'm still getting paid. After I win, I get to fight again soon for the belt and get the payday again for that fight." So he says meeting with the battle-tested Venezuelan Gutierrez would have been nice to just put Colbert in position to win a world title, but to see where he stands in the great scheme of things in the division where Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson will be garnering the bulk of the headlines this year. He said, quote, when I win this fight, I'm that guy. He said before get to yours withdrew before the bout. I've told you forever, I'm that guy. I was born that guy. I'm just going to continue to prove that, and whatever comes next comes next. So he said instead of becoming the guy, we'll take a little longer at least when it comes to having the bargaining power that comes with the world title belt. Not that he isn't used to waiting, as 2019-20 campaigns that put him on the international map uh, into a disappointing 2021 where he only fighting as a July victory over King Tug and the Yambar. Colbert can make some noise though if he decides to make his return an opportunity to make an example out of 30-year-old Garcia. Hard hitting southpaw was 14-0 record built up against questionable level competition, and that seems to be the idea. He said, "quote He's going to learn firsthand how dangerous I am." Colbert said, "I'm not worried about anything he brings to the ring. I love when people think that power is going to save them against me." So he said the 16 knockouts and the 6 knockouts, 16 victories won't exactly frighten anybody away. But there's Colbert's one punch first round finish of Miguel Beltran in 2019. He closed the show in style, holding Jamie Arbolada in the 11th round in the 11th in 2020. So he has some pop with his unorthodox attack. Nothing is off the table when it comes to prime time, who was unbothered by the late switching opponent. Quote, I don't really know anything about Garcia. He said, quote, I know he got 2 arms, 2 legs, and beyond that, I expect him to bring his A game because he has to against me. There's no way I'm letting him come in as a late replacement and beat me. Quote, I'm all about making adjustment, continue Colbert, who did most of the camp in Miami with his coach Osirano, Sosa, Herman, whatever, no disrespect, before finishing his prep in book. I've had opponents replacement happen before, and I know it's a part of business of boxing. I just have to roll with the punches, make lemonade out of the lemons, and do what I do on February 26th. He said, lemonade in Vegas and cowboy hats in Brooklyn. You get the impression that it's a good time for it to be Chris Colbert. He's got the main event spotlight on Showtime, and the title fight awaits him with the win. And then after that, the sky's the limit. All he has to do now is win. Quote, I don't have to live up to primetime name. That's just me. He said, that's who I am. People know who I am. I have a job to do, and I'm going to do it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, when he said he don't care, sound confident. He's a confidence guy. Eventually, people are going to want to see him and Shakur Stevenson fight. I mean, I think people are going to want to see him fight at this weight class. But, ultimately, the belts help make up the legacy, But the ultimate thing about legacy, and I think he's right, is not the trinkets, not the belts. The ultimate thing about legacy is being in great fights and beating great competition. Because in this generation, everybody got a belt. They replaced the NSA, BF belts, whatever it was. They replaced them with the regular and interim and gold WBA, diamond WBA, Huluchi WBA belt. So, like I said before, man, he right, everybody got a belt. The meaning of a title, world title, is worn down. We don't even call them champions no more. Seriously, we don't even call them champions no more. They just title holders. That's what they are. They just title holders, bro. They're not even, they're not even world champions no more. You don't even call them champions. You gotta call them title holders because you don't know who the champion is. It'd be like 6 champions in the division. So he probably right about, the belts, the belts not mattering. So I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. The legacy, people just think belts are a legacy. And I thought about that for a minute. Like, belts ain't just a legacy. Belts are, being in great fights, being in memorable fights, taking on the best competition. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what he should be concerned with. The belts are the belts, and seemed like he a little bit too cool for school, to win his first world title. Do like, like he really ain't pressed about it. But when you confident, that's what you expect to do, especially in the era where everybody got a belt. So yeah, the legacy do matter. Legacy, great fights, big fights, with big fights and great fights and fighting the best come with a lot of money, especially if you're able to conquer the best. So, I mean, yeah, I'm with it. So I get what he's saying, bro. You probably think the titles make up the legacy, but it don't. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all the titles being around here. So, yeah, I think it's pretty cool, bro. So let's see what he do Saturday. He turn him around, got to fight with Gutierrez. Let Gutierrez get healthy and then they can bang. So yeah, man. Shout out to him. He right, man, with great fights, beating great competition, fighting top fighters, that's legacy. Being known for fighting the best and beating the best and most of the best. So yeah, I mean, he got, ultimately, yeah, people gonna ask for him to fight. People gonna ask for him to fight the other best in the division to consolidate and where Al Haymon led him. Kenichi Aguawa, big puncher, um, uh, who got pop high burst Tevin. They got turned to no contest, came back, won a title. Secure Steven Valdez about to not syndicate. They about to consolidate belts. So try to consolidate the division, and will, with Al and Bob make, with Colbert make the Kenichi Aguawa fight, that'll be interesting. Then when they all unify the division, if it that is that important. And 130 pounds is one of the best catchweight divisions or fake division of boxers with 154 pounds. So, and 140 is great too. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said before, I agree with him. Belts don't matter no more. They kind of watered that down. So you going for the money? Can't knock him. Glenn Johnson told Lion Killer Nate that he check out Lion Killer podcast. He going for the money too. He said the money was more important than the belts and the legacy. So Colbert going for the money and legacy. Gotta respect it. And it is what it is. So yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the Box News playlist. He will be fighting Saturday. Hold on. Also, Gary Anton Russell will be on the undercard versus Victor Postal, which is probably the most anticipated fight on the card. So yeah, he's 16-6, Brooklyn. So and one thing that kind of go over my head real quick, that he's still staying that cops and kids and cops program. He still go back to look out for the kids. That's sweet. So more motivation to win. So Jordan Costas is on the undercard, an IBF title fight, but Gary Anton Russell and Victor Postal is by far the best fight on this card on paper. So yeah, this the card, Saturday, Showtime, man. TGB Promotions promoting it. Hey, but let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the Box News playlist out. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance notification. We go live. We drop the video. When you find me on social media, hit the link in the description. Take you everywhere I'm at. Other than that, financial donations, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Peace.